production stuff, it has me inspired to really put some time in on the MIDI keyboard and come up with something, you know, just something.
Hell yeah, man!
Because
I
I feel
need
like
more
I'm
music submissions. I would love to work everybody in. Like as you see, I'm kind of like blending a live blend with playlists and really getting into the groove of doing like almost like performed DJ sets.
I was envisioning while you were playing. I was envisioning what you were doing, and I thought, well, this is like the one of the first almost decentralized like radio music nights where like users are plugging in their music and then you're the maestro kind of playing it all together. It's really cool, man. I don't know. I think we're onto something here with the decentralized radio and having programming on Friday nights.
Hell yeah,
You know
man!
what's crazy? Way back when, last year, I was talking with Lad City because I was trying to get a show on their network where I would be doing like basically decentralized music, but I just never followed through.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to them a long time ago.
So I mean, I think there's an opportunity here, especially for gotcha gangs specifically, since we have so much talent in our community. I think we could do as we have done. I think we could do a really good job of highlighting people's audio talents. Yeah, so that was just that. But tonight we'll get into some of our actionable items, what GMI's been working on, what we kind of see we might want to do for the community here coming up. So we started by GMI just recently had a successful spacious parcel acquisition. I think we talked about it last week, but it was a absolute money of an acquisition. 375 Ghost for a spacious parcel right behind No Futuristic's backyard. Kind of links up to our estate. So we got a nice little party corner going. I think I'm going to add some flair to it, maybe throw some tiles down, some NFT displays, and really make it something special. If I can do that tonight, I'll do that tonight. If I can do it in time. But yeah, pretty soon here we'll be have our spacious parcel live, so that'll be good. The Torquay Chase tomorrow. I think it's going to be pretty chaotic. We were talking about it on District 420 just now, and I think it's going to be pretty chaotic, which is a good thing. I think we want that. So safe to say that the parade, in any capacity, I think tomorrow will be not happening. I think it'll be on standby for tomorrow. So we don't need to worry about that. We can just enjoy the turkey chase. I'm not really sure where they're going to be having these things. If they're going to be all over the map, we'll have to coordinate to find them, or if it's I mean, they're turkeys, right? So we're assuming that we're going to be hunting them. So we're going to have to
Um,
probably. Oh,
Sorry, they did mention. I think it's going to be on Orden GG's. It's partner parcel, I believe.
oh, okay. Orden GG's partner person. Excellent. So we'll make our way over there, and I assume we'll be hanging out there for much of the hangout. So that'll be good. Um, yeah, let's just enjoy it tomorrow. Yeah, so if the turkey chase happens to be an all day thing, like I remember last time they had him going for quite some time after the hangout, I think we should create a either forum post or create a voice chat or something in GMI where we get kind of coordinated and or I think last time they did in the main Discord. So if there is something that sets up organically in the main Discord, we'll do that. But let's just say GMI is the backup if there's no coordination channel, and we can coordinate here and hunt these things down, right? I think we'll have multiple live streams of the events. So we'll have great coverage there. We covered the state GMI. We don't have a whole lot of fake gotcha cards. I believe we've only secured one so far, but I think our plan moving forward in general is to just DCA into the cards as needed. And I don't think primarily we'll be buying um, fake gotcha artworks. We'll try and base our acquisitions on trades. So if we can come up with some really dank cards, some collabs, they'll be valuable as tradables. So we're gonna work on something for that. We don't have any artists lined up, but if you know somebody who maybe do some dank artwork for something that would be really tradable, um, we're open to it. So that's the fake gotcha cards. Move on to the GMI show promotion on Twitter. I know we got our whole Friday night programming. We got A to Z on Tuesdays, and then we have the Gotchi Spaces on Wednesdays. So I was trying to think maybe we should get some sort of thumbnails, something together. I could I could easily. Oh yeah, Supreme Pablo. Oh shit, yeah, we'd be happy to get a sus cacti for me. I'll definitely here. I'll if someone has the GMI Gnosis address, if you can drop it in the chat there. Otherwise, I'll get that for you after. I appreciate you, sir. That's awesome. Thank you. It's a very it's a dank card. So where was I? Oh, the GMI show promotion on Twitter. I think we'll come up with some thumbnails that make sense. And what I'll do is I have a Canva account, so I can have like scheduled, like routinely scheduled posts on Twitter, and we can start actively promoting our shows a little bit more. Because I think now we have a really nice lineup of shows, and I think we've got our individually each got our processes down to a point where we can now. I think it's time to start pushing for more volume, more audience. I was looking at the viewership numbers for Gotchi Farming and for Portal Mages, and I mean they stream every day, and we're doing pretty good for we're doing pretty good for a media organization that streams once a week. But I feel like we could pump those numbers up a little bit, you know. And I think I'm going to work on some initiatives to do that. So I'll give OXCFI, if you're in here, yeah, I see you in here. I'll give you access to the Canva account as well. We can start sharing it, and yeah, it'll be a good resource for us to use. It's GMI makes things easy for designing. If you do have anything specific for shows, like for media for the design, just send it my way, and we'll try to incorporate that into the design. Let's see here. Nextly on the list, we have Wonderverse. Wonderverse. I'm going to show you. We got Wonderverse all set up this week. Z-Fi helped me out getting that together, and it's pretty straightforward. So if you can see my screen here, this is the GMI Wonderverse account, and this will be our bounty board. I think Wonderverse works really well for how GMI works, since we have like our own little pods for different initiatives. So Wonderverse allows you to, if you go to mission control, you can actually create like different pods, and you can assign work like bounties based on specific pods. But there's also a global bounty board as well. So this is the bounty board where we can have public-facing tasks. If we need specific talents, we can start kind of posting them here. And so the idea here with Wonderverse is not only for it to help GMI with our ops and organization, but also to use Wonderverse as like a kind of like a test bed for guilds and for also Aavegotchi DAO. So if we can get other guilds using this as well, Wonderverse has a really cool feature called it's a collab feature. So you can actually collab between GMI and another Wonderverse entity. So if we want to collab with Portal Mages, for example, and Portal Mages has their Wonderverse board, we can collab together and plan things together through Wonderverse without needing to communicate through Discord. So that's the kind of key for Wonderverse. And so yeah, you'd have a bounty up here, something like this. You know, your applicants. You'd have your signer. You can watch the task. There's Discord integrations, Notion integrations. Like We love Wonderverse. I think it's going to be a really helpful tool. So looking forward to implementing this in GMI and seeing how well we can use it. So that is Wonderverse. Bounties will be issued there. The parade. We've spoken about the parade. It was the feedback that we got from GMI members as well as the general Aavegotchi crowd is that the parade in our initial format was frustrating for everybody, which is okay. I think what we'll do going with the parade is to simplify the parade a little bit and go with the GMI vibe that we've always been going with, and we'll have the guilds sign up for their individual parcels in chronological order. So if you're a guild and you want to contribute one of your parcels to part of the circuit, we can we can slip you in part of the circuit and have a kind of a like a Alchemica bar crawl going on. And so we have so far we have 8-bit, we have Gotchi Mafia, we have YGG's partner parcel in the mix. So we got some pretty decent parcels so far. And then also, if you have an art gallery that you would like a whole bunch of patrons to stop at and hang out at, maybe even if you're not channeling, we'd like to include you in the chronological list. So yeah, we'll start aggregating that in maybe the coming weeks. And yeah, I think this is going to be a better format than how we were doing it before. The whole idea is to kind of make it fun for everyone. Like nobody, even the person kind of corralling people along shouldn't be frustrated. So let's try this out. Maybe not this week, but we'll give it a shot maybe next week and see how it works out. We
Oh,
have this is.
do we,
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead.
Do we
Go
happen to
ahead.
know if the turkey chase is going to be like last time, where it's just the second half of the hangout, or will it go the whole time?
Yeah, see, I don't know. It sounded like the turkey chase is going to be the whole thing, but I could be wrong. I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Yeah. Hmm.
But we don't have like a chronological list already drafted up yet. So I think we'll probably need at least one hangout to distribute a form. I'll get a form together, being like, yo, what guild are you? What parcel do you want to represent? And then maybe a couple other questions, and then we'll compile a list that will just run through chronologically and really not worry about timing. We're gonna just maybe give each parcel a couple minutes and then move on to the next one. So we'll try and make it real easy, simplified, and yeah, I'm not really sure what's gonna happen tomorrow, but I think it's gonna be chaotic. So next thing on the list, we have GMI's year in review production. I think we'll probably ask for some funding for this because it's going to take a decent amount of work. But I think it'll be really valuable for the DAO to have something like this, or the Gotchi gang in general to have something like this, which will be a year in review of some of the best highlights from 2022. The best, the biggest things we shipped, the best moments we had at Gotcha Gang, maybe some video clips of some really memorable things, and and just compile it into one really awesome short video, and then release that at the end of the year, maybe as a lens collect. Could be like a free lens collect for anybody that wants to archive that for their collect that for their keeping. And so I think what we would like from everybody is if you have some really memorable things that happened this last year, or you have some media that you've saved that was really entertaining or, like I said, memorable, dump it in the. We have a where is it? It's a forum post in the GMI forums in Common Ground called End of Year Gotcha Gang Celebration Video. So if you can dump it in there, any media that you want to contribute, we'd really appreciate that. And I think it's gonna be a pretty awesome video. So we have some people on board already to help with the production. And yeah, if you'd like to help with this in any way, just DM me. We have GMI's 2022 Secret Santa. Kind of wanted to get your guys' feedback on the format of how we would do this. I know OXE5. A couple of us have already discussed it, but kind of want to see what you guys would think of a Secret Santa. Like, how would you want it? What do you see? How do you see it being done? Does the receiver of the Secret Santa know they're getting gifted, or should it be completely randomized? What's your guys' take on it?
Well, I mean, it would be randomized, but they're not going to know who they're getting the gift from until they receive it.
Right, until
We
they
would
receive it.
know. Like, we're going to randomize it, and we're going to basically make sure that everyone is giving to someone, and therefore everyone should receive from someone. But you won't know who your gift is coming from until you receive it. You will know who you're supposed to give your gift to, though. But you'll actually only know by wallet address, so you won't necessarily know who it is unless you go digging.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, Zombie, are you referring to that idea where we discussed each gift will be allotted its own like tag? So you'll have like different tags, like 1 through 25, for example, but we'll know which gift is associated with each tag.
No, no. So
Is
what you
that kind of
do
how you?
is everyone who signs up goes into a list, and then we basically spin a wheel of names and attach a name to every name on the list, and the wheel of names would have the same names as the original list. So then we just tell each person, hey, send an NFT to this wallet address. And then all we have to do is know who's supposed to gift who, and we'll know all that. So that's easy enough. So the person is sending their NFT directly to the other person. So it's up to self-reporting for somebody to be like, "Hey, I didn't receive mine." You know what I mean?
Mm,
And maybe yeah, I was gonna say maybe we should tell people who they should expect it from, but I think, oh, you know what we do? This is what we do. We set up a thread or a channel or a forum just for this, and when you send your gift, you post it. You post the NFT and the thing in there, and you tag the person and say, "Hey, I just sent this to you." And that's like the follow up. That's the Christmas card part of it, because we will tell people by Discord name who they're gifting, and that way you can send the NFT, tag them in Discord, and say here. And then it's also kind of a group thing, because then we can, you're gifting in public. It's very social.
after the fact. So
Well,
like
yeah,
you're
we have to
telling the
collect
name
a
after the
list.
fact.
Yeah, we collect the yeah, like right after you do it. So we collect a list, and then we leave the list. I mean, we collect, like, we get a form open and we leave it open for, like, say 2 weeks. We give people a chance to sign up. When the form is closed, we give a date that says, all right, you have to have your NFT sent by, let's say it's like December 20th or something like that. And then we can actually do it around like a GMI call or a hangout or something. And we can basically make the final date to be like the Thursday. And then that way we can use our 420 through Zombie Time or GMI. We can use one of those times to celebrate that, and everybody can be in the chat dropping their NFT link and tagging the person they sent it to. And that way everybody knows what the gift is that they got, and it's not some random thing in their hidden folder that they're not sure which one it is.
Yeah, that's a good point with the hidden folder. So it would be important for everybody to know who they're giving it to and who they're getting a gift from. Like,
No, no, because if everyone tags the person they're giving to, then you're going to tag them and show them the art. So you don't need to know who you're getting from until they tag you and tell you,
okay,
"Hey, I sent
that
you a
makes
gift." That's the
hmm
secret
okay.
part of it.
I was trying to. That's what I was trying to figure out when you were telling me this. I'm like, what's the secret part of this?
The secret
Okay, what's
part
that
is
part?
that you don't know who's giving you a gift. You know who you have to give a gift to, but no one knows who's they're getting it from.
So you don't know who the gifter is.
And then that's why you find out on the last day when everybody's supposed to send their thing. You go, like I said, we can. Let me look at the calendar and see what we got here. Yeah, so if we made the final date December, 20th at 7 p.m. EST, which is when y'all start D420, we can say that's the deadline. So everybody have your NFT sent and your post in the thread by that time. And then when y'all are going into the show, that can be something we do towards the second half of the hour if you want. We can start diving into that thread, and then that'll bring us into, maybe I'll play some Christmas music. Probably not, but maybe.
Yeah, yeah, do
um,
it.
no, but like we can do it, like we can make that the cutoff, the 20th at 7 p.m. EST. Everybody have it sent and tag your person in the thread, and then it's like that'll be the GMI Christmas party.
Slaps makes a good point though. He's saying, how do we mint the NFT? OpenSea?
Any way you
I'm not a
want.
blockchain wizard.
Just yeah, you can do it on OpenSea, you can do it on Rarible, you can do it on anything you want. It doesn't need to be anything special. It's already it has to be a one of one. So it is already special because you're making a gift for a person. So
Yeah,
I
I mean, yeah, I think Slaps, addressing that question. I think if we're talking about getting these NFTs whitelisted, that would be a different story because then you wouldn't want to mint them on OpenSea. That might create issues. But I don't think this is going to be one of those things where these get whitelisted because it's after the fact and
yeah, and they
we
don't
have
need to
fake
be
gotchas
gotcha
now.
related either. You know what I mean? It can be,
Yeah,
whatever you
that's a
want.
great point. They don't actually necessarily have to be Aavegotchi. That's a really good point. Okay, so let's mention that in the rules that it does not have to be. Uh, and we have a contingency if you're gifting fake gotchis, and we'll see what you guys think. We were thinking just to keep the like budget sensible. We don't want people buying fake gotchi cars just to gift them to other people. We were thinking if you're
That's
gifting a fake
cheating.
gotchi, we would rather have you gift your own fake gotchi that you can.
Yeah, I guess if an artist wants to gift their own fake gotchi, that is acceptable. But I would say, other than that, buying a fake gotchi and gifting it is cheating because the whole point is to like make the gift.
Yes, yes,
So
exactly.
if it's your fake
So if it's
gotchi
your
and you made it, all good.
that'll be cool though. That'll be cool. I think that'll draw some artists in to actually get some fake gotchis out there. Maybe you want a lot, one or two, just as a gift. I think that'll be pretty cool.
Right.
And so yeah, it won't be completely randomized per se. So we'll take that out. And I do like this arrangement. It's good. It'll be good. Okay. So that covers that. Do we have it? Does anybody else have any other thoughts on the Secret Santa? Things you might want to add. Addressing Slap's question. I think you can just mint it anywhere, man. I think it's all good.
Mint it however you like. You can
Yeah.
mint it on
And it,
Lens and then collect it and then send it to the person. And then, just make sure it's a one of one and make sure nobody gets to it before you.
yeah, lens post wouldn't be bad. I'd be down for that.
You could do a Lens post and then, it can be whatever. It's the thought that counts cuz you're going to make it for that person.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy,
All
buddy.
right, awesome. We've been doing D420 and Art Hour. That's been going pretty well with the fake gotchi feelings. I think that's is that the name we came up with? I like it. Fake gotchi feelings. It's uh or the Q crew or no, what's the thing Zbot said today?
He said the fake
That was a fire
curators.
name.
Fake curators.
Curators. Yes,
Curators, yeah.
curators.
I
That
like
would
it.
look really good on a graphic. Yeah, I like it.
I thought our approach today was good because we critiqued, but we didn't like tear apart. That's not the intention of what we're doing. But we got to, we had a little fun talking about all the pieces we like and, what we thought would be low effort or not gotchi related. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, we've had a really interesting conversation around the nature of art in general. Has me really like these conversations around looking at different types of art have made me uh, just like really thoughtful conversations. Like even when I'm making my own art, it's caused me to be a little bit more thoughtful about it. So I think it has a net positive effect. I think we'll keep doing it basically. So, all right, we got some new business, some new background mods. I think that was referring to um, new Boundscape mods, Parade Approach. That was actually from last week. So yeah, this is we're just gonna take this out. Again, let's target ending on the GMI parcels, but that's not relevant for tomorrow. So we're currently GMI is working on an initiative to level up GMI for this next year and moving forward as like an organization. And so we're building this experience called GMI HQ, and we'll be looking out for. I think we have a team together right now, but we will be releasing details on that pretty soon. And a lot of the reason for setting up Wonderverse and the bounty board and all that work related stuff is because we'll probably be issuing a decent amount of bounties through that bounty board to work on this project. So just keep an eye out or just keep an ear out for what we're doing here. And there'll definitely be some bounties available for people who are into like UI design, 3D design, music, art, that sort of stuff. So no real major details yet, but keep an eye out for that. Uh,
If I have anything to say about it, there will be lens integrations.
yes, there will be 100%. Uh, we need a we. This is a void I feel like in our space right now. I really enjoyed um, the Nine Adepts, the Nine Adepts screenplays. I really enjoyed being part of that. I really like the lore that was being written around that. Unfortunately, a lot of that's kind of fizzled out with the bear market, and I know Friendless Summer is taking a bit of a hiatus from not Gotcha Gang overall, but I think with crypto, I think he's focused on IRL stuff right now. So I had a discussion with him, and I don't think we'll be seeing new episodes of the Nine Adepts anytime soon. But now that leaves a void where we can. I think it'd be cool to get like a Gotchiverse narrative team together within GMI, even though Pixelcraft has their own, and kind of weave like our own lore in between whatever they're doing, and have our own GMI lore starting. I think that'd be
I
a great
do
time to start.
have a bit of a thing around that. That is,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. So
sure.
Gerlane and I pitched to Coder Dan and Jesse an idea that we want to do called Lone Raffle and Sus. And it's basically an homage to Lone Wolf and Cub, but totally different because the Lone Raffle and Sus would be these two characters who escape from a black market bazaar and are being hunted by the four Bushido Gachi to be brought back to their owner. And we want to do it on Lens, as a lens animated series that involves viewer like participation. So kind of a choose your adventure involving lens, and we're trying to shape exactly what that looked like. But yeah, so that could be something that like could really involve, like if we do it on lens and everybody's really involved in commenting and on being involved in those posts, it could be a big highlight for Gotchi Gang. Jesse already said he's going to amplify the series and try to give us some highlight so people will see it beyond just GMI and our small lens community. And then if lens sees Aavegotchi and GMI and Zimtimo doing all these big things, then they're going to be like really supportive of all of our things and what we're doing, which they have been already. So just taking it to the next level.
Oh man, I love that. I'm glad you shared that because I think what we could do as GMI then is rather than coming up with our completely own narrative team, we can get behind you guys and help support you. And as your story grows and evolves, we would be happy to get this narrative GMI narrative team to to be around this initiative that you already have and maybe have offshoots of the story. There's like little side stories that come off of it or
Oh
something like
yeah.
that. Yeah,
No, for sure.
exactly.
Because one thing we could really do is have people, if people really want to get into like leaving. One thing we can do with Lens that's really cool is say we post an animated episode and then we're like, hey, these are some options of where we want to go. And then we say, what do you think? And then people can actually write a narrative, write a paragraph, write a screenplay, write whatever they want because Lens Post doesn't have a character limit. And then in the rules, in the like rules of engagement for the game, we're going to say things like, leave your comment, leave a zero point zero 0.01 or a zero point 0.1 Matic collect fee, and the one that gets collected the most will be the answer we go with. And so people will get a chance to earn for participating in the choose your adventure aspect of the animated series.
Oh shit, this could be
And then, of
huge, man. I
course,
mean,
there's
I'd
going
be
to
happy.
be airdrops and other things for people that play the game, and that's going to lead to other surprises.
Dang, yeah, I'd be happy to be part of that narrative. And let's get a think tank behind this once you guys get the momentum going and add some fireworks to it. Like I'm down.
Oh yeah, I mean we're pretty close. Like we were basically, I just wanted to run it by Jesse and Coder Danny and at least get the like thumbs up that they were cool with it. And so they're good with us starting off and seeing where it goes. And then if it gets bigger, then we gotta like talk. But let's get it bigger.
Absolutely, that should be the name. Absolutely. Gerline's asking here if she can drop the concept art.
Oh yeah, yeah. Drop whatever you feel comfortable. I mean, we need to start promoting this on Lens as is because if we can get some good eyeballs on it, we're gonna apply for a grant to have Lens kind of fund the first season of the series. And so yeah, if we can get a lot of strong community engagement behind it, it'll look good for the Lens team.
Yeah, I agree. Be happy to be part of that push. But I was going to say I've also been using Jasper, which is an AI software, and it's good for like your blog posts. It's good for Twitter posts. I have never used it for creative writing, but I'm going to start experimenting with Jasper for creative writing and seeing what sort of stories we can come up with. There's also uh, there's also another one I've been using, Notebook.ai, and Notebook AI is a kind of like a world builder, so you can enter text, characters, items. You can create religions, do all kinds of cool things in Notebook AI. So I've been experimenting with those two tools. I recommend anybody who's into creative writing or like that sort of thing, they go check those out. Oh, what is that? You got a glass? Is that glass sus?
It's clay, but yeah, that's the sus, and then we got our lone raffle.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm liking
Yeah,
these
look at
characters.
that.
So is that the
Gurleen
aesthetic
dropped the
of? I
art,
see your.
so it got me inspired. I
Yeah.
got the other stuff, so.
Okay, I see a Pepe in there. I see a sus butterfly, and then I see some ominous looking figures in the back. Kind of look like they might be look like Bushido gotchis, maybe. Or
Yeah.
that's the raffle. You got the raffle, the sus, and you got those ominous dark figures in the back that are they're looking like they're ready to slay.
Yeah, that's the four
This
Bushido
is good.
gachis, but like, where's the fifth one? I don't know. Gonna have to find out.
I was gonna ask you about the fifth. Yeah, exactly.
And we've already been
Maybe the
thinking a
fifth.
lot about the lore. Like, we've already, not to give away too much alpha, but we've already been thinking about how the Forge plays into this.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
gonna say maybe the fifth Bushido Gachi is actually a clay sculpture of a Bushido Gachi that you gotta physically destroy for it to be part of the storyline. Someone has to
Oh,
destroy it for it to enter the realm. You know?
it's pretty good.
That's cool. I'm really looking forward to your guys' developments and seeing you know where this can go. So uh, I think that pretty much wraps up. Oh yeah, one more thing I was going to say with the lore is as the lore gets richer for Aavegotchi, I think it's going to make great content for fake Gachi cards.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna do a fake gachi as
Like
well with this. We talked about that as well, but that's gonna be
perfect.
later. And there's gonna be new music, of course.
Yes. Yes. Okay, awesome. That wraps up the project updates that I had. Just gonna kind of quickly catch up and see you guys that are really involved with Lens. I think Soju's like my main collector guy. I've been trying to collect as many Soju ones as I can. Uh, are there any other NFTs on your guys' radar that are you guys been collecting?
Um, I mean, Gurleen's been dropping a lot of pieces that are really low price. They're like all under a matic. I also dropped seasoning last week, earlier in the week. So I dropped my first Web3 music. I hadn't dropped any Web3 music, so this is just the beginning of a lot of stuff coming. And this is also. So seasoning is like the first. This is just the song, and I have the music video and some other stuff coming. So yeah, this is just the first wave of it.
Nice.
Drop it in the chat there. And it got on Ooh La La.
What's Ooh La La?
It's like a Web3 music aggregator. You can just request to get your music on it, and it's got, it'll do Audius and Sound.xyz and everything in one place. So you can make playlists from all of your Web3 music.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yep.
I think 2023 is going to have some really interesting dApps regarding audio development, music development, or music production. I mean,
For sure.
all right. I think this is kind of just open comment time. If you guys have anything you'd like to discuss, uh, the one thing that I was going to mention for tonight is we were supposed to do a demo of Gotchi Miners because they finally got it up and running with like multiplayer and everything. So Gotchi Miners is actually up and running. I was supposed to do a demo tonight, but I think with all the conversation we had, which was it was enlightening. I think we might have just forgotten about the Gotchi Miners demo, and I was also having some trouble with Frame Wallet. So growing pains for me. But once we figure that out, I think next weekend we should try and do a showcase of Gotchi Miners.
Hell yeah.
Have you guys played Gotchi Miners?
I have not.
Oh man, good time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to showcasing more of these games. We've had Gotchi Miners, and I think what was the other one? Is it Gotchi Jam, the basketball one?
Yep.
That's the other one. Yeah, I think those are really great and great for making content. So try and get those in on D420. Maybe we'll try and do a maybe the second hour is always like the art hour, but the first hour is like the kind of like the first half hour is like catching up on current events and chit chat. The second half an hour could be like some sort of a gaming event that we host. It could be like a half an hour little tourney, get people lined up and go head to head. And then the second hour could be all the art stuff. I think that could be a really good format. I mean, same
It's
with
a
A to Z, right? A to Z would have like a segment for that. That'd be pretty cool too. 20, 30 minutes.
yeah.
Do a little game.
I mean, yeah, we've been breaking out segments for more like wider crypto news and talking more about Lens and kind of yeah, just opening to a broader conversation in a sense. But we are talking about possibly doing other segments, or maybe like we could do like a talk show for the first hour like we've been doing, but then maybe use an extra half hour after that to do like gaming events or interview segments. We've been talking about doing stuff like that. So we are definitely expanding the show. Speaking of which, I dropped all of the episodes are now on the RSS feed. We weren't doing that for a while, but today I dropped episodes 9 through 19 of From A to Z on the RSS feed. So you can listen in
Oh,
audio if you
nice.
like. China was requesting it. He was like, "When are you going to get back on that?" And we're on it. But there will be more like lens things going on with From A to Z, and we want to get some some good production going for the next season of the show.
Nice. Yeah, I
But
think with District 420, we've been discussing maybe making the second segment of the show its own like little podcast. Like the curators, fake gotcha curators, and
I like it. The
we can
art thing
we
is a
can
good lead in to the music thing, you know.
yeah, I think it's a really creative. Both of them are really creative in themselves. I think it's a good blend, and I think we're going to try and get some artists on the show, and I should get some interviews going on the show, like little mini, what inspired you to make this piece kind of thing.
I would say maybe we should also consider, because me and you have been very bad about this, but with some of the District 420 stuff, posting to Lens, like part of the clips. We used to do this way back in the day, but we've fallen, like mostly me, I've fallen off like actually clipping and posting any of this shit. So it might
Yeah.
be a good idea to start, especially for the art stuff, putting up stuff on Lens. Because the beauty of the art stuff is that the queue is going to constantly have new stuff coming in for a while at least until we run out of cards. So it's evergreen content that's always there for us.
What do you guys? You know this is a good point to touch on here for promoting our shows. What do you think is the best format? Like, do you think D420 should have its own lens handle and we should be tweeting all of our content through there, or do you think this is more of like the GMI channel can be doing the tweeting for A to Z and D420, like all our show contents amalgamated
I think it
under
should be
GMI?
both. And I also like
Okay.
so Zfi and I so since you mentioned it, I'll get more into it. But like Zfi and I are doing the same thing. He's been learning to edit and taking out short clips of the show and putting those as Lynn's posts. And then besides that, thinking about doing a more concise write up of the show to have in the show description and to be able to use that for reposting. So just like being better about, pushing. And then the other thing we need to do if we're all going to step up our game is we need to be better about promoting each other like promptly, because the timing, at least not as much with Lens, but with the other social medias, with Twitter, doing it now matters more than doing it later. So it's almost like,
Mm.
hey, I'm going to post in the next 5 minutes, and then everybody can kind of be ready when you drop that post to like get it
Like,
launched
are
fast.
you referring to are you referring to collects or recordings or what?
Well, I'm talking
With
about
the
like if you're going to be cross promoting, like with Lens, there's no algorithm, so it doesn't matter. But so it's almost better to space it out. But um with Twitter, it's better for everybody to hit it at once. Like I'm in a an engagement group with Jairus James, and basically everybody in there just drops whatever they want to get engagement on. And there's like probably 60 to 100 people in there, including like the Click podcast and some of the people from Bankless DAO. It's just it's a big group of people in this Telegram chat that whenever somebody posts something, they drop it in there. So I do a lot of my posts in there. Not all of them, but I just do the ones that really matter. So if we did something like that within GMI where we have, whether it be a DM or a thread or whatever it is, or even like what might be better if we want to get more GMI people involved is doing it as a tag in the server. Anybody who wants to be involved in the engagement group can take up a certain tag. All right, Kat. Welcome to the show. Y'all can't hear it, but he's definitely live, like on the live stream. There's a bunch of music happening now, but I stopped it.
Yeah, so for engagement, I think that's a great idea to have the engagers, like have a badge for that you can wear. And, in the GMI, we can tag them. So
Right.
we can tag them, and then what we could do to incentivize people to do this is like the most active engagers. Maybe every 3 months we do like a little raffle or something. We raffle off of artwork or a gotcha card, or just something fun. You know, just something to appreciate because I know it's one of those things that even if you're in an engagement group, sometimes like there's apathy to like doing anything.
Well, that's actually part of what Jairus and that group are doing. So Rep 3 is in that engagement group as well. And they're going to make like, that's what they do is these reputation NFTs. So we could get to a point where we can have an NFT for people in GMI that are part of this engagement group. And it's kind of a point system where the more you engage, the better the benefits are. And then if your engagement drops off, so do some of your benefits. So it's kind of like an active reputation NFT.
Yeah, we should look into Rep 3 and see if we can partner up on something like that. That'd be kind of cool.
I'm sure they'd love to because they interviewed me, Mycelium, in 1 week, and they did No Futuristic the week before that. And like I said, the Click podcast is in that group, so bunch of friends that we got over there. So
Okay. Yeah, we should definitely see if we can form some kind of a partnership, and I'm open to it, man. I'm all for it.
there's a lot
All
of
right.
stuff like that. Even
Cool.
at Bankless Style, we're doing Thrive Coin right now, which like can tell the engagement that you have with a lot of things. It's very similar. Like it knows if you voted on Snapshot and if you engage with Twitter. Yeah, a lot of things based on your wallet address, your Twitter account, your Discord account, and then you can build up reputation points, and those get you basically like raffle tickets. And then like I won a Perchy Ethereum location NFT through that.
Oh, dang. Those
So
aren't
yeah,
easy to come by.
there's lots of ways we can add some Web3 integrations into the GMI server and really take it to the next level with having more automatic things, just like people who engage, but like we don't have to go through and like search to see, and we don't have to run active raffles and things like that. We just have these reputation NFTs or whatever different ways that we engage. I think with Thrivecoin, it's as simple as like I guess we would have to sign up for it, but people just connect wallet to it, and then it already knows it retroactively sees all your engagement. So all the Twitter posts and all the Discord posts that you've made count
Okay.
from day one. It'll look back and be like, hey, you've already done so much and you're already eligible like for so many raffle points or whatever from day one. It's not like it starts from when we sign up. So keep
Okay, I
that
was
in
wondering.
mind.
That makes a big difference.
Right,
That
right.
makes a
So
big difference.
that's something for people to keep in mind now while we're looking for this, because like people can already start to engage and get their engagement up before we even have the thing set up, because it will apply retroactively.
I love this, because I think GMI, unlike Bankless or some of these other organizations, we're somewhat like more of a lightweight organization because we don't have any full time members. And so I think we want to keep that and still stay a lightweight organization and be very like event based in what we do. But also at the same time, I really like how you say, using these tools to help empower and create more professionalism. I think that's what 2023 will be about for us, is as an organization becoming more legitimate and becoming a professional organization, but still keeping our GMI vibes. Hell yeah. And, I think on that note, I just want to express, I know we just had Thanksgiving, so, just express my gratitude, even though we did this last month, but, to express my gratitude for everybody here coming out on Friday nights and hanging out with us. We see some really regular faces now, and whether you participated actively or you've been in our interviews, conversations, or lurking and just being GMI like the rest of us, we really appreciate you participating. And I think we're just like Aavegotchi, we're at the very beginnings of our journey. We own GMIFriends.eth for the next 30 years, so we got to live up to that. And we don't plan on going anywhere. And yeah, we'll just keep growing organically as an organization like we have.
Hell yeah.
So that's all I got, folks. Um, Zombie, appreciate your insights. Z5, appreciate your work that you've been doing for Aavegotchi DAO and for GMI, and of course everybody else in here for hanging out with us.
Yeah, man, we got a great group of friends. I appreciate you guys as well. No Futuristic, Z-Fi, Hefe, of course, Mycelium.
Absolutely,
Um,
yeah, absolutely, all you guys.
so, and everybody for showing up all the time. Phase and Slaps for sure, y'all. T-Bird. T-Bird's always out here. Love it, man. So, Duke P and Esmeralda, y'all show up a lot too. I mean, really, everybody here shows out. So, but yeah, appreciate all the support. And it's, we're making waves in Lens too. We're all making each other popular on Lens, so keep engaging there as well. That's something I was telling like the team, the core team, whatever, that like we do need to be better about engaging in public, because people feel the energy of GMI. So let's get it out there, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to get some GMI stickers printed off so we can start vandalizing property and start throwing our name out there. Isn't that how you do it? I think
I
that's
think
what
we
you
need
do.
to get some GMI soulbound NFTs and just like almost troll people with them. Be like, I don't know. Is that rude? I don't feel that
Well,
positive about soulbound tokens. I don't want people just sticking me with things.
it's just like this thing. It's like a piece of lint that gets stuck to your shirt. You can never get it out.
That looks edible, T-Bird. Like, I want to eat that.
That should be like one of those like Ferrero Rocher chocolates. Those gold wrapped, the foil wrapped chocolates,
Oh man, no, I was
the
just looking at it
hazelnut.
like that. Like maybe it's a gold flake cookie. Does the gold flake make it any better? No, it's just more expensive. It could just be shortbread under there.
Well, you could sell the NFT and then actually make the physical gold flaked cookie as a collectible digital, but it's like a decaying digital because it has a shelf life, so
Yeah.
you can't actually have it forever. The NFTs is going to outlast.
No, what you do is you make a live stream of you eating the cookie and then you NFT that.
Yeah, there you go.
It's the circle of art.
I
This is
like it.
very Warhol. You do that and then, yeah, there you go.
The token is the art. The art's the token. I like it. Well, I think that wraps up our meeting for today. This is good. We covered everything. I'm looking forward to using Wonderverse and getting our bounty board set up and just being a great example of how to be GMI. Yeah, I agree, Z5. Collect T-Birds. Collect T-Bird stuff.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
And there is a lens port. That's right, right? That's what it's called. Instead of OpenSea, they have lens port. So there is a marketplace, a secondhand marketplace for lens posts. So
Very cool. Yeah.
I haven't
All
experimented
right.
with it, but I might do that. I might take some NFTs and go list them up there and just see if they sell. Like that's, we do need to have more education around lens too, like as far as tapping into the features and stuff like that, because like I feel like people don't set their collects, they don't, like some people don't close their collects, they just leave it open to infinity, which means that those are like kind of worthless for a collector because there's infinity of them. And then some people don't put referral fees on their posts, and the referral fees are, obviously that's an extra incentive for people to share your work and get it out there. So it's basically building in the marketing cost to your post.
I'd love to do like a Hefe's crypto portal episode with myself and yourself, or even the Lens team, and have a really good conversation around this. I think it'd be good.
Um, yeah, they are going to have better time windows to be able to set like how long a thing is open for. But I mean, as far as that's the great thing about Lens is that you're really kind of doing price discovery. So you can set things differently. You can, like in the beginning, I did some of those AI images and I only made maybe five of them, but they were two matic a piece, so they were like more rare because there were only going to be five of them, or however many it was, 5 or 10. It was a low number. But then for other things, I might make it like 30 or 99, and I really haven't sold out of any of those. But you're really trying to find price discovery on different levels of art, so it's an experiment. But definitely, I mean, that's part of it too, is just thinking about how Lens can apply to what you're trying to do. Because in a way, it's kind of like building NFT sales and social media into one platform. And more than anything, you're learning how to market your brand and how to tell your story.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. All right, friends. With that being said, I think we
Art
can.
Basel!
We, oh yeah, oh your Art Basel crew. Looking forward
I'll
to
be
seeing what
there.
you guys get.
Are you going to be there, T Bird? I'm going to be there. No Futuristic is going to be there. Going to Utah. I kind of want to go to Utah for Slam Dance, but I don't. I didn't even put my name in the hat. I'm sure I can. I'm sure I can get tickets for free, but it's the accommodations and all that stuff that I would end up suffering on. And it's cold
Yeah.
as hell. All
All
right,
right,
friends.
fellas and ladies, friends,
Torqueys in the
friends of
morning.
GMI. That's right. Get your turkey hunting going on. We should Yeah, I like that. We'll do a little sync up. If the turkey chase goes on for the whole day, we'll do a sync up tomorrow. But I look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow morning. And GN, everybody, thank you for
GN.
coming out.
Peace, friends. Have a good night.
Good night.